What up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the stream. Big day. Big day for the crypto market. Weekend looks positive. Hold on, let me let me turn this down a little bit here, just a tad bit. All right. Yeah, big weekend coming up, I think. We'll look at the as we always start out each show, we look at the overall cryptocurrency market cap, and as you can see, we have these past couple of days we dipped below this trend line that we've created, and as of right now we are sitting right above this positive trend line, and we're heading towards that 0786 level on the Fibonacci retracements, slowly but surely approaching the new all-time highs in terms of the cryptocurrency market as a whole. So things are looking solid. Big day for Bitcoin right now. I mean, we're up 4%. Nice daily candle here, back above the original trend line that was created from the initial pump up back down when we were below 30K. Above that trend line, broke these levels of resistance, and slowly but surely we're approaching the final, kind of real area of resistance right here, which is that 49,893, so basically 50K. So things look positive. I mean, it's funny, a few days ago when we were, looking at all these, well, on my screen they're dark blue candles, but traditionally red candles. We were looking at these, and let me get rid of this. We were looking at these candles here, and we were thinking like, all right, here's the pullback. We're gonna go back down to like 42K, 42.5K, and we had this very bearish positive candle here, and like the crypto market always does, like the Bitcoin market always does, it does exactly, the opposite of what you think it's going to do. Very unorthodox, and just boom, just bust through multiple levels of resistance. Broke back above this upward trend line, broke back above this resistance line at 457 or 45,770. Touched this downward resistance line, and then just ripped right through it, and we're back above the original trend line starting back at 29K, and we're approaching 49,893, aka 50K basically, and potentially going back up to the top of this channel. So Bitcoin's at 4% right now, 4% up. So for the day, very good, very positive. Let's go ahead and look around and see what's going on. I mean, one of the bigger stories is Cardano. New all-time highs, although this daily candle isn't looking the best. We got all the way up to a high of, what's that, 258, and now we're sitting at 247. So hopefully we get a close. You'd like to see a close above this 246.5. We're very close to that level right now. That way you can kind of, at least have a close above, the all-time high, and we don't just wick above. That'd be a pretty bearish candle, and we'd probably see potential rollback to the 230 level if that happens. But as of right now, things look okay. Although this daily candle looks fairly, fairly bearish. Probably a very short-term bearish. I mean, obviously, when you break an all-time high, that's a bullish indicator, all in all. Look at Avalanche, guys. I mean, this thing is an absolute beast right now. 17.9% up. Approaching this critical level resistance. I mean, look at how many areas we touched. Touched it there. Tapped it there, came down. Tapped it multiple times here, came down. And now we're coming back to that battlefield. This is the battlefield. You can see back in February, late February, this is where, you kind of had the battle at this level, and then you started to make pumps up there. Just never could get above this basically $39 level. But here it comes. It's coming fast. I mean, volume is massive. This is the highest volume we've seen in the past few days since early May. So things are looking very positive for Avalanche. If you bought in during, at these lows when it was down in the single digits, congratulations, because you are very much doing well. I mean, and once it gets above that level, I think this, new all-time highs are just inevitable. So yeah, just great look at Avalanche. Another one that isn't getting a lot of love right now, but has been doing awesome the past couple days, Algorand. I mean, this thing is looking very positive. Finally broke out of that. It's broken out of all of the daily MAs. It's broken above your bull market support band. I mean, this thing looks very positive. These last 2 days, you had a day of 13 yesterday, 19th of August, plus 13.2%. Today, as of right now, we are at plus 8.4%. That's over 20% in 2 days. So things are looking very positive for Algorand. And yeah, so those are the big movers today. Everything is in the green minus a few cryptocurrencies, but on my chart, everything is in the green except for Hex, which is at minus 0.3%, which is okay. It's still hovering above that all-time high, testing as a level support, which is totally fine. And you can see breaks it. It's coming back down and it's testing that as support. It has tested it for 2 days now, and it's looking okay. It's holding that level. It's holding that all-time high level, which is what you want to see for continuation. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in on Bitcoin and look at it at a more, a closer time scale. Let's jump in on the 4-hour here. So as you can see on this last 4-hour candle, just a crazy pump up, blasting through these levels of resistance. And now we have kind of a, very bearish candle here, spinning top, which is fine. 100% I expect this to kind of retrace back down, find potential support, hopefully here back on the original support line, and then just bounce up and take on that new or that last resistance level. If you take on that last resistance level, blast through that, I mean, it's sky's the limit. I think, it's not even going to be weeks before we see that attack. This could move very quickly. It's in a critical point. I mean, every time you think Bitcoin is on a downtrend and is going to, do a mega retest of support, it just bounced back up, and actually did it at this support line, the 44.217, where you can see you had multiple areas of bounce off. I mean, the original one here was right here. You can see we came up, bounced off, fell through, ripped through it, and then you can see we held it here as support back last week. Came up through, came back through, and that's where we held it again. And once that level of support was confirmed, you can see what happens. The thing just rips, and that's how it works, guys. I mean, you have to understand, price action just never goes up in a straight line. It has to test previous levels as support. And it may do it multiple times, as you, like in this case, for example. I mean, you lost it here for the most part. I mean, there was many successes in testing support, but ultimately it was lost. Comes back down, tests it here, success. We don't drop below it or close below it, and it wanted to test it again. Price action needed to test this again, and it was another successful test, and that's why you see the rip up to new not new all-time highs, but new highs, new local highs. That's exactly why you see that, because you have a higher test of support. So now the next goal is, what's going to be the next test of support? Could we come back down to 45,770? Because that's where we had a test of support here, which was somewhat successful, but we didn't rip through to new highs. A test of support here failed. Could we see this come back down and test of support? It's possible. It's certainly possible. Does it mean it has to happen? No. We could see this line get tested as support. This this gray line here, which is the original supportive trend line from back when we were at 29K. Could we see that get tested? Most likely. I think we will. I think we will see price action come back down. It just depends on when. Will it come down, within this 4-hour candle? We will see. I mean, we will be on stream during that time. We'll see if it comes later. Around, tonight. Or tomorrow morning, rather. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But there's gonna be tests of support. That's just how it works. It's always waveforms. It's always, impulses downward and upward. So let's just dive in a little bit more specific look at the hourly. And when you look at the hourly, things begin to look a little bit more obvious. So you can see here on the hourly, like if we go back to the 4-hourly, it looks like we just, well, you can see here on the 4-hourly, we tapped this red resistance line multiple times. We wicked above it, and finally we got the pump up through. And now, when you're looking at when we zoom in onto the 1-hourly channel or 1-hourly chart, you can see how long that battle really was. It really displays how long the battle at that resistance line really was until we finally got that close above and pump. So now I think the next potential battle is going to be right here at the original trend line. I mean, that's what I believe. That makes the most sense. Obviously, it doesn't have to happen, but it's definitely possible. Welcome to the chat, or welcome to the stream, whoever's watching. Please follow, join in on the chat. Yeah, we'll see where this price action ultimately ends up at. Let's take a look at Cardano here. you can see here, zoom out to the 4 hour. The ultimate battle here is at this. It's going to be at this 46. You can see we're trending. Now, this is not a very good look here. It's a bearish. We have a bearish engulfing candle. We will see if this, 246 level holds up. It's trying to, but it's not looking the best. We'll see how much buying pressure is at this 246 level. We'll just wait and see what happens. If it does fall, I would expect it to potentially try to test this level of support. I mean, we can go ahead and draw that out here. And this is obviously a key level of support. Fell, boom, respect, boom. So 239.45, that's, or 239.5, that's your next outlook if we do decide to fall back below that 246 level. That's what I would expect. And then hopefully pump up. If not, if we fall below that and it's the 230 level, then hopefully bounce back up. I mean, usually when you are in price discovery mode, it's the sky's the ultimate limit here, right? So I think that the selling pressure is coming off of the, the fact that Bitcoin is still not above 50K and it still hasn't reached all-time highs. And if we look at the fundamentals of Cardano, I mean, the relative strength index, it isn't at the oversold range, but it's right there on the brink. So we could see, I would expect a pump and then some sort of there's going to have to be a pullback to reset those RSI levels. So we will see. Stock RSI is actually, pretty low. We just got a bullish cross on that. Let's look at that MACD here. MACD is still looking great. It's actually creating separation from the signal line. Yeah. Weekly, let's go more macro here. I mean, that is very bullish. Seeing that large separation after a bullish cross, I mean, on the MACD, that's extremely bullish. I mean, not much more I can say from that. I mean, from a macro standpoint, I mean, we were sitting down here in the pits on the stock RSI for weeks, and now we're finally on the way up, and we're just halfway through this. If you kind of imagine, what here to here was over 100% gains. Stock RSI was down to it was basically 0, right? So it was like at 3 something, 4 something, and now we're at 55. So basically went up 50 points. Now if we get up, almost to 100 on the stock RSI, another 100%, 100 or 120% gain. What would that put us at, guys? We're at 246. I mean, that's going to put us right at that $5 mark. An overextension of the 1.618. That's very possible. That's very possible. Not out of the question at all. So things are looking positive for the next few weeks. I keep saying that. I feel like a broken record. I always say things are looking positive, but that's because they are. Things are actually looking positive. Things. I can't deny it. Bitcoin keeps creating new highs, new local highs. I mean, look at these weekly candles. When we zoom out, it looks even more impressive. I mean, see, when I hide it, when I hide all the stuff, we just look at a bear chart. I mean, this is as bullish as it gets in terms of a weekly. I mean, you've dipped all the way down here, came back up. So that's basically saying, hey guys, we're testing levels of support. We're retracing back down. We did that and have successfully come back up. We didn't reverse. We're still on the way back up. And right now, the current price is above the all-time high of the previous weekly candle. The previous weekly high was 48,149. We're sitting at 48,629. I mean, if we get a close above that, we're doing the same things we did the last 3-4 weeks. Close above high wick, close above high wick, close above high wick. Are we gonna get another close above high wick? I mean, it keeps coming. And then when we look at our indicators, we just got the bullish cross in the MACD. I mean, so it's only we have so much room for growth here in terms of a bull run that I can only be bullish on this. Like I can only say things are looking positive just because that's the way it looks. I mean, RSI is at 59.20. We're right in the middle. We're in the neutral zone. We're not even close to the oversold or the overbought range. I mean, it's just so apparent on a macro scale. I mean, let's zoom out to the monthly. I mean, this monthly candle is massive. Just look at how big these candles are. I mean, once you break this level, it's all she wrote. But I mean, these are just it's just absolutely positive. RSI, stock RSI in the monthly is almost in the oversold range, and it's slowly trending back up, and you're about to get that crossing pattern, and you're about to see, you know, that RSI trend back up. MACD has been slowly getting smaller, but I think that's due to the, you know, this huge monthly drop here. This is massive. When you drop from like 58K down to a wick of 30K, yeah, you're gonna see some pullback here on the MACD. But as you can almost see here, even if we go even higher in this month, we still got 10 days left, 11 days left. We could see separation at this point. So on a macro scale, things look positive. Things just looking very, very solid for Bitcoin. Not much more I can say there. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for joining the chat, or thanks for joining the stream, rather. Please feel free to join in on the chat. I just got finished looking at Bitcoin here. Just looking at the macro scale. Things are looking very positive. In terms of the weekly chart, even looking at the monthly chart, things are looking good. Seeing a potential retrace here on, you know, on slower or on lower time frames. I mean, here on the hourly, busted through multiple levels of resistance, and now we're kind of seeing a pullback here on the hourly chart. A potential area to look at is this resistance line. I mean, that's where we could see a bounce up. So And that's where we could see a potential support bounce. But yeah, right now, in terms of a macro scale, Bitcoin looking very positive, breaking back through to new highs, new local highs. It doesn't get much better than that, in my opinion. It's not much more you could ask for. I mean, when you're sitting above, when your current price action is at a local high, I mean, you can't be any lesser satisfied. You just can't. Get rid of some of these drawings here. Shit. Don't delete that. But if there's any cryptocurrencies you would like for me to look at and analyze, please go ahead, throw them in the chat, and we can take a look at them. We were looking at Cardano earlier. That thing is, coming back down towards its all-time high level of 246. Seeing if it's going to battle above that level. Right now, we're kind of just sitting right at 246. So hopefully we see a bounce off that to do some continuation. Hopefully we come back up that way, but we will see. Ethereum, it's kind of doing the same thing Cardano is. It's only at 1.75%. Litecoin up 3%, still within the bull market support band here. 20-week SMA, that's still a battle for that coin. We got Polkadot here. Polkadot looks very bullish in my opinion. Well above the bull market support band. We tested this level of support here. Let me zoom out to the 4-hourly. It's easier to analyze these things on a more macro scale. I mean, we blasted through this level of resistance, and now we're just going up to test the new level of resistance here. It's just $29 basically. So Solana here just is on the cusp of holding a key Fibonacci retracement level at 74.66, the 1.414. We're definitely seeing some slowdown here after the massive pumps that occurred a few days ago, which is expected. Got to kind of, after you go up 40, 50, 60% in a few days, you got to retrace back down and find key areas of support. You can see here it happened on the 17th where we found, bounced off this Fibonacci retracement level. See, we bounced off this Fibonacci retracement level, bounced off the 1.272. Now we're sitting here testing the 1.414. I mean, it's pretty easy when you understand how to map this stuff out, where to find the areas to enter trades, enter, your investments. I mean, you always wait for pullbacks. You never buy into something that's moving up. You have to wait for the pullback. You don't know what it's going to do when it's moving up, but you know where the levels of support are, and that's what smart money does. I mean, as you can see by this wick, people were ready to buy here at this level, at the 1 level, and it just pumped the price right back up. And that's how you got to play the game, and that's just how it is. Avalanche here of 17.8%, absolute banger of a coin right now. I mean, this thing is flying. We look at this on the daily. Look at these last 4 candles. I mean, you're talking 22% gain, 27% gain, a 2% gain, which is meager, still positive, and then right now we're at a 17.8% gain. We're like we're about 60% up in the last 4 days. And what did it do? I mean, again, Fibonacci retracement levels. Where are my numbers at? Over here. It's very obvious. 0.5, 23.62. What did we do? We ripped through, wicked it. We wicked through right here, came back down, opened right at the Fibonacci retracement level. Where we go the next day, right to the next one, the 0.618. Closed right at it, wicked up a little bit above, And now look, bounced off. What did this candle do today? It came down to that area, got bought back up, and now where are we going? To the next Fibonacci retracement level, which is at 40.26. I mean, it's written. It's just it's so it's almost too good to be true how key the Fibonacci retracement levels is, or Fibonacci retracement levels are when it comes to cryptocurrency technical analysis. Obviously, we have this 39.046 level here, which has been tested multiple times in the past. Broke down here, came up, tested it as a resistance point, got rejected. Tried it again a month later, got rejected. Tried again a month later, got rejected multiple times. So now we're slowly approaching that level again, that yellow line, for hopefully what we'll see is a successful test of support or of a successful test of resistance in the terms that it breaks it, not getting rejected. So yeah, that's what Avalanche looks like right now. Would not buy into this right now. This is not a good spot to buy into. Just wouldn't buy into it. I mean, you're right sitting smack in between two Fibonacci retracement levels. Who's to say that this gets rejected one more time, comes back down and tests the 29.5 level as support? I mean, that's just what it is. So, yeah. What is the all-time high here with the ATA BDC? That might be our area to test here. Coming back down. Oh, now we've seen ATA in the negatives here. Totally broke 246 level. Approach and it went down to that 239 level. I mean, let's go to the hourly. I mean, that's got to be a big break that we just missed. And yeah, there it is. Big candle here. Bounce right off the 239 though. It will be interesting to see what happens coming off of this 239 level. See on the MACD or not on the MACD, but on the stock RSI we're oversold. Well oversold here. Look at the 4 hourly. But on the 4 hourly, we're still in the overbought. What's up, guys? I'm back. Seeing a great bounce off of that 239 level on for ADA. We'll see if we can reclaim the all-time high of 246. It would be a shame to have this breakout above the all-time high and to see a spinning top candle like this not actually close above. Bitcoin's just retracing back down now. I mean, we're looking at the hourly. Oh, we actually did. We already saw that. Saw a little wick down here coming back up. So Bitcoin got all the way down to 48. What is that? What's that low? 48,300 flat. That's actually a positive sign. That means there was a lot of buy orders there. Now it's bouncing back up. Let's see where this candle ends up in the next 6 minutes. This will be the hourly close. Look at the DXY actually. See what that's looking like. Pull it out to the 4 hour. No surprise, a dip in the DXY equals a dip in BTC. DXY's got a to just break this this trend line here. ATA about to get right back above that all-time high again. And there it goes. And there you had, and there you just saw a successful dip down and retest of support on the 4 hourly chart. Very bullish sign. Dip down, we tap that 2.39 level, and then boom, look at that. You're right back up above the all-time high. You get a close above that all-time high for the daily. Bullish, boys. Bullish. And girls. Boys and girls. And just look at the response to once you've broken past that all-time high level, it just goes. It just creates that bullish sentiment. And once that bullish sentiment is established, it just starts to go. And it just keeps going. Now we're just waiting for Bitcoin to see what it does. Let's see what this hourly candles are doing. Not looking the most bullish yet. But we will see. I still think we're going to have to see something happen on this trend line. I mean, it has to, right? We basically just ripped right through it without really addressing it. So I think we need to, at some point, test this line. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe it'll be up here. Who knows? And the narrow is still within that bull market support band. Not a bullish candle at all from hourly from Bitcoin. Probably going to see something happen like this. I mean, let's go ahead and draw this out here, right? There's your trend line. Yeah, so until this little trend line's broken, we're not going to see much happen for Bitcoin. That's what we're gonna wait and see. We got a local resistance line here, and we have this historical support line that we've just reclaimed. We'll see if that historical support line holds true, and then we see we see it come down here. Historical support line holds true, and then it just zooms back up to the upside. Not that way, obviously, but more over here. Sorry about that, just testing out the arrow concept here. Yep, we're just waiting for Bitcoin to fall at this point. And that's inevitable. Until it breaks this red resistance line, we're not going to see a Any newer highs. ATA continues to pull up though, which is nice. Excellent bounce off of that 239 level, and now we're seeing a bullish engulfing candle on the hourly. Very positive. Zoom out to the 4 hourly here. And look at that. I mean, slowly but surely becoming a bullish hammer. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. See, we got 2 people in here. What's up, guys or girls? Thanks for joining the channel. Please join in on the conversation. If you have any coins or tokens you want me to look at in terms of technical analysis, throw them in the chat, and I'll take a look at them. But yeah, wow, Cardano's actually starting to go. I mean, we're approaching 250 now, and this candle is starting to legit. Let's zoom out here on the 4 hourly. Yeah, we're starting to. I mean, that's a great wick to see. I mean, like I said, when we tested that 239 level, boom, breaks. Once we confirm that as support, we're backing up. We're backing to those all-time highs. Bitcoin's still kind of hovering at that 48.5 level. I kind of expect that thing to fall back and test this area, this trend line as support. See if Cardano can hit that 250 mark again, or ATA rather, and it's a native token. Oh, we're right there, 2499. Will we see that push through? It's wanting to hit that 250. That's going to be a big psychological resistance level, though, in the short term. But once it gets through that, and we're just sitting here. That's 2499. See what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin, that 1 hourly candle is starting to become bullish again. See if it can test that line of resistance. We get a break there, you know, we can start seeing higher highs. Wow. Cardano's very close. We're at like 24999. Oh, slight rejection. Back to 2498. Go over to Bitcoin because it's actually pushing on this 1 hour candle. There we go. Cardano's now above 250 again. Finally have broken back to the 250 mark. Seen some sell-off, which is expected because that's a psychological level. I'm sure people had some sell positions in there, but in terms of the 4 hourly, that is a very bullish candle. I can't emphasize that enough. Seeing that massive wick down, retesting that level of support, that 239 level, and then just blasting right back through the previous all-time high. I mean, cannot emphasize that enough. Bitcoin here is looking interesting here on the 1 hour though. Very interesting. We're seeing a push. We are certainly seeing a push here on Bitcoin. We're seeing a battle right now. If Bitcoin can get back above 48.6, it'd be very nice to see. Look at this push. 48.592, 48.595. There it is, 48.614. We're above that. We're certainly above that resistance line now. Now we don't want to wick above it. That's the key. We've had multiple wicks above this level. We'd like to see it close. It's very early in the hourly candle. Still got a whole 36 minutes left. Just zoom it down to the 30-minute though. Even on the 30-minute candle, we haven't had a close above, and we got 6 minutes left. A close above that resistance line on the 30-minute would be somewhat bullish. Although the smaller time frames you get, the less supportive they become. We'll just see what happens here. That's bullish, that's bullish. We get that push up to 700, 48.7, that'll be the high right now in this 30-minute candle is 48.652. There's a new high. New high. There's definitely some sell pressure here. Let's see what happens. 5 minutes left coming up. We're seeing movement up. We're at 660 is the new high. 48.660. Seeing some sell-off. There's the sell-off. Now can we get the bounce back up? That's the key. That's not good. Massive sell-off. We need to see that bounce back up. That's what we need to see right here. This happens more times than you would think. The last 5 minutes of every candle is very action-packed. A lot of selling and buying happens to try to, you know, guide price action macro level. Like, look at, if this drops below 48.6, it's gonna not be. We're ultimately gonna get it close below that resistance line, and that will be the most bullish. Still got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left on this hourly candle here, fighting this resistance line. We'll see where the candle ultimately closes at. Fighting at the 486 level. It is holding fairly strong in terms of support, but how much longer can it hold? Bouncing. Still got 2 minutes left. What's up? Oh, just left. Wow, we're just sitting here, 48.6. Bouncing between 12 cents and there it is. There's the drop to 48.6 flat, and then boom, flies right back below. Not a great sign. And the resistance line ultimately is going to remain intact, unfortunately. Here's going to be a failed surge. It's going to drop back down. There it is. And once again, you're going to see the price action flow in between these two areas here. Unless we have another little area here, looks like that. $30 seconds left. Fighting that 48.6 level. Getting rejected multiple times. Still fighting. Oh, we're back above it. Back below it. Just hovering right around it. And there's the new candle, and it actually is starting above that resistance line. Hopefully we stay above it now. $30 minutes left in the stream. We'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, see what it does. We do have this new 30-minute candle that is now above the resistance line. Will it hold, though? That is the question. Cardano here, looking solid. Zoom out back to the 4-hourly. Still liking that 4-hour candle. Ethereum looks similar to Cardano. I like that I like these 4-hourly candles. I like these long wicks. I even like it when you can draw a trend line from here to here and it's respecting that trend line. It's a very good sign. We can do the same for Cardano. No, we actually can't. Cardano needs to bump up a little bit more. We're actually able to draw it. Well, we can potentially do this. That's where the respect comes from right there. We got a trend line like that. See Cardano trying to get above that. Make this like green. See if ATA tries to get above this trend line here. It's on the 4 hourly. Oh, let's get this out, son. Let's look at crypto market caps. Let's go take a look at these market caps right now. Bitcoin's sitting at 916 billion. Ethereum sitting at 382 billion. Cardano at 80 billion. Binance Coin at 75 billion. Tether at 64 and XRP at 58. Dogecoin at 42. Incredible. Polkadot at 27 billion. USD Coin at 27 billion. Solana 21 billion, top 10. Respects to Solana, man. Chainlink 12 billion, Litecoin 12 billion, Binance USD 12 billion, Terra 12 billion, aka Luna. Polygon at almost at 10 billion at 9.8 billion. Stellar at 9 billion, VeChain at 8.6 billion. Tron at 6.4 billion, Avalanche at 6.2 billion. Respects to Avalanche, man. See if there's any other. Look at Nano, 827. It's just not doing much. Well, there you go, guys. Look at Bitcoin. We're back. And look at this hourly. You know, on the 30-minute, had the close above, or actually it was below, but per the resistance line, we had the the opening 30-minute candle above this resistance line, and from that point it's just starting to go, and we're adhering to the close of this candle, or the open rather, and we'll see if we can break that point. Let me zoom back out to the hourly. Yeah, you can see right here, it's the opening of this candle. I mean, this is so far bullish and engulfing, which is a good sign. If we can get above that, I mean, start to see potential pulse upward towards that 49,893 level. That is the destination point so far in this run. We can actually kind of draw out a larger trend line here. I'll go ahead and get rid of this. We can actually draw out a larger trend line coming up like that. Ironically, all these lines cross right here at this meeting point. But if we hold to this trend line here, which started a few days ago, well, not a few days ago, yesterday. This is the hourly chart. We could see that 50K level reached tomorrow morning, potentially, as long as we somewhat hold to this trend line. So. Back up to the 4-hourly, and that's kind of what we've been doing. Pulse, retracement pulse, probably some retracement pulse, maybe. We'll see. It's a great looking candle so far. Very indecisive. Still got 18 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. That can end in positive. That's a great sign. Approaching that 700 mark. That's 48,697. 699. There's 700. We see some liquidation right here. It's buying up all this sell. Oh yeah, there it is. It bought up all those 48.7 sell positions. And yet it remains bullish. Yep, there it goes. It remains bullish. And now the 4-hourly candle has gone bullish. Look at that. Officially, we're treading right on the line. But that 4-hourly candle is just on the line of becoming a green candle. Positive candle. Well, guys, 15 minutes left in the stream. I'm just going to give a rundown here. Bitcoin looks very positive. Sitting right now at 4.6% or 4.16%, 4.15%. Looks very positive in terms of a weekend outlook. I think we're definitely going to be approaching the 50K mark this weekend. I'm obviously not going to give it a 100% guarantee, but I think there's a high chance that we approach that 50K mark and at least try to test it. And if that does happen, if we successfully break that 50K mark, things are about to get crazy for the next few weeks. September is going to be a crazy month. Cardano here. I like this 4-hourly candle. I like how it's sitting above the 2.46. Level. As long as we close on the daily above this 246, I'm bullish. I like that. I like a close above the high, all-time high. That's something to build off of. So as long as that can happen, I'm bullish on Cardano and it going into a price discovery mode and hopefully approaching that next Fibonacci retracement level around 3.2. Ethereum. I haven't really looked much at Ethereum lately because it's been kind of trading just sideways. I mean, like since the 7th of August, we've kind of been just sitting here going like this. But what is important to see is that Ethereum has broken this downward trend line. It broke that yesterday evening. And now that that trend line is broken, that negative trend line, we can see pumps back up. They're creating new local highs. Excuse me. Polkadot. Polkadot's been awesome. Can't say anything more about it other than that it's been performing exactly how you'd want it to. It's hitting those Fibonacci retracement levels. It's adhering to them and then building off of those as key levels of support. Next Fibonacci retracement level is close to $31. It's what, $30.79. So that would be your next Fibonacci retracement target. Our next potential resistance point is going to be at $29, basically flat. As you can see, that was an area of battle back in late May. We had a little battle point here, and we've hit it as resistance one time after that, but couldn't maintain that level. So this is kind of the last point of resistance for Polkadot. I mean, once you beat, that 29 level, your next like price target is right here, basically at the 1 Fibonacci level at $36. So Polkadot very bullish. Solana, Solana's just been an absolute beast. Up 7% today. About to reclaim the all-time high that was set just a few days ago. It's actually above the all-time high close right now at $77. So you can see this continue upward to the next, excuse me again, to the next Fibonacci retracement level, which would be close to $82.67. So yeah, things looking bullish for Solana. On the 4-hourly, all of your MAs are in sequence here, and we're looking at Golden Cross just occurred yesterday for Solana. You had that 50-day MA crossing that 100-day SMA. Now you got a Golden Cross. Yeah, very, very positive sentiment. You're above your all-time highs. I mean, this thing could really rip. It really could. The 1618 is definitely in the purview, and then if it really wants to go, it can hit that 2.272 at 108. I mean, it's definitely there. It's certainly there. Anchor's still been trading sideways for the past month, since August 1st, when we had that initial pump up. Literally just been trading sideways in this, in between these kind of, these resistance lines and these support lines and these Fibonacci retracement levels. You can see here on the daily we actually tapped that 10.5 cent mark. As of right now, Anchor's been kind of just doing its thing this whole month. It's just waiting for that pump up. I mean, we did break that resistance line that was created way back in late April. So I think that's a positive sign. We don't have any any trend lines that are acting as a level of resistance on our price action. Now we're just waiting to get above this 10.6 level, because this is kind of our last line of resistance before we hit that 0.618 level on the Fibonacci retracement, which is at 12 cents, 12.2 cents. Once you hit that, claim that. Really no resistance points after that either. Then you're back up to the 0.786 at the 16 cent mark. So we're just waiting to see what it's doing. The 50 MA is slowly approaching that 100-day SMA for the Golden Cross to occur. All of our indicators are in sell territory, or oversold territory rather, which is a good sign. So yeah. Avalanche, can't say much about this. We all know the deal. Up 17% today, which is crazy. Respecting those Fibonacci retracement levels, approaching that 39 mark, which is massive. And then hopefully we'll see that campaign towards the all-time high, which is at, what is that all-time high at? $60.01. That would be the next target. I mean, it isn't too late to get in on Avalanche yet. Not saying right now is the right time to buy it, considering you're sitting in between Fibonacci retracement levels. You're about to approach a resistance point where you could get rejected. You could see a fall. You could see a retracement back down to the previous Fib level, which is what, $29. Yes, $29.04. If you want to watch Avalanche on its campaign back up to its previous all-time high, I think $29 is a potential buy-in if we start to see a rejection point at either the $39 level or the $40.26, aka the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level. So yes, let's look at Monero, up 6.15% today. It's within that bull market support band still, tapping that 20-week SMA, and so far hasn't claimed it yet. It's still acting as a resistance point. What is positive is we're above all of our MAs. We just got above the 200-day SMA, and we're holding it. We have positive, strong candles above the 200-day SMA. 50-day SMA and 100-day SMA coming together, looking for that golden cross, and we're ultimately looking for the price action to get back above that 200 or that 20-week SMA. Where's our next resistance point? We're actually right at it right now. The current price action at $279 is right at this resistance point, right here. Next resistance point, it's going to be right here. We'll go ahead and map that out here with the horizontal line. right there, 309.79 cents. That's your next resistance point. If you can break that, break the 20-week SMA, and then break this 309, sky's the limit. We're going back. Everything's coming back, guys. The bullish sentiment is turning back on slowly but surely. And we're seeing resistance levels getting reclaimed and tested as support. Now let's move on to Matic, aka Polygon. Made waves a few weeks ago, or a few days ago rather, when it had its massive pumps up to the upside. I mean, look at what it was. It was down. Its lowest point was at 60 cents, and now you're sitting at $1.52, almost 3xing your investment here. Right now, kind of tapping this this Fibonacci retracement level, the 0.618, which is 1.53. We've tapped it once, a few days ago on the 16th. It came back down, tested this level as support, guys. Very important. You see how we've tested this level of support, bounced back up, and now we're trying to reclaim the 0.618. That's what's going on right now. Then you see all of the price action resistance points, and then you have that Fibonacci retracement level at $2. So things looking ultimately positive for Matic. Dogecoin. Not a big believer in Dogecoin in terms of its fundamentals, but nonetheless, you have to respect the TA. That's just how it goes. So Dogecoin right now, let's go ahead and draw out that Fibonacci retracement level, actually. So let me extend this. So Dogecoin, tackling that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level. Just got above the 100-day SMA, at least in terms of the Bitfinex, whatever you want to call it, the Bitfinex exchange. So I think the next mark is getting above that 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and then seeing where it's going next. Obviously, people want that dollar. Well, gonna have a long ways to go before getting to that dollar. Got to tackle the 0.5, then got to get to the 0.618. Hex. What has Hex done? I don't know what's going on with my chart here. On my list, it says Hex is currently at 19 cents, up 7.18%, but the chart is not displaying that. Very odd. I've never seen that before, actually. But regardless, as long as this price is true on my chart here, I know y'all can't see it, but it's saying it's sitting at 19.35 cents, even though my chart is saying it's sitting at 17.48 cents. I have to refresh or something to see. Let me try refreshing here. Okay. Yeah, I just needed to refresh. I don't know why it said that. But yeah, it's still holding that all-time high support, which is a good sign. If they can continue to hold that level of support, things are looking solid. So yeah, not much else to be said. Total market cap looks great, positive day, and we'll just watch to see what Bitcoin does. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter. I have my little Twitter stream down in my Twitch panels. I also have it linked in my bio on YouTube. And please follow me on Twitch. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I will see you guys on Monday for the next stream at 2 o'clock. And without further ado, I bid you adieu. Y'all have a good one. Take it easy.